Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. Happy summer solstice, and welcome to another Alchemy with Grace show. Yeah. And so today we're going to continue with what we worked on before. We've been working on energetic support for chronic illness, and many of you have written to me about how you would really like for me to do more on that topic, energetic support for chronic illness. So I'm going to start with tuning into all of you. And let's just bring you all into that space of miracles. So take a deep breath. And surround ourselves with guides and angels and just very loving beings. And I'm going to clear the energy field of any and all possible interference patterns. So clearing this energy field so that only that which is the best and highest happens for all of us. Yeah, so wherever you are, and I see that some of you are in South Africa, some of you are in Europe, some of you are in many different parts of this country. So if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, happy summer solstice. And if you're in the other hemisphere, it's winter, isn't it? Yeah. So with this topic of chronic illness, let's tune into that space where you can all expand and feel your own energy. So let's have you all feel your energy feel so that you can do this work along with me. And that's the whole point of these group works, so that you can all do it with me. Yeah, so thank you for joining me today, everybody. And so we are creating this energy field of miracles and also activating that within every one of you so that you are the energy and the space and the consciousness of miracles. And be in vibrational resonance with that, because then you can issue commands to your body and allow change to happen for you with total ease. Oh. And I'm sensing and feeling this happening for all of you. And because chronic illness is such a huge topic, for some people it's IBS, for others it's chronic fatigue, for others it's a neurological issue, for still others is lifelong struggles. So whatever those are right now, we're gonna put it into this space. Whatever definitions we have bought into, whatever diagnose you think you may have, let's see what it takes to unravel, disentangle from that energy field right now, even if all we do is disentangle from that energy field for a few minutes. Oh, disentangle from any and all disease patterns. Disentangle from any and all limiting definitions and diagnoses. Disentangle from any and all issues that create a lot of havoc in your system. So whatever those issues are, whether it's family, finance, you see what disentangling just from family issues does to everybody's energy field. So here we go again. Disentangle from any and all family issues, past and present. Oh. Disentangle from family issues. And sometimes when we are challenged with a chronic issue, whatever that may be, the chronic issue has a way of keeping your energy and your vibration very, very low, right? So that you don't have to be powerful, so that you don't have to have it all, so that you don't have to enjoy life, so that you don't have to be the target of other people's jealousies. So, who would be really disappointed with you if you were totally healthy, vibrant, full of vitality, full of life, full of joy? Who would you disappoint? My goodness. Let's do that again. So, if you were full of joy, full of vitality, full of life essence right now, full of exuberance, who would you disappoint? Oh, oh, my goodness. It does feel like there's certain people who would be disappointed if you were totally healthy, totally living your life, totally exuberant. Why is that? My goodness. Wow. So everywhere where you make yourself sick consciously or subconsciously to avoid fighting with anyone, let's release that. And what do you think you are guilty of that you need to use a chronic illness to punish yourself? What guilt are you perpetrating on yourself? Seriously, people, since I'm not doing this in prison cells, I don't think anybody's actually tuning into this from prison cells. So what prison cells are you putting yourself in? How many guilt trips have you bought into? And how many hidden loyalties to your loved ones create this need to have a chronic issue? And if you count chronic money issue in there, if you put chronic money issue in there, how many hidden loyalties? Create that. Let's release all that. Yeah, release all that to the light now, transformed by the light and cleared by the light for all of eternity, for everyone on the call, for everyone listening on the replay. Let's clear all this for all of eternity, for all eternity. Clear, clear, clear all the hidden loyalties. Hidden loyalties are subconscious and they're created for our survival need. So it's almost always about survival, safety, survival. And please don't blame yourself for it. Don't blame yourself for any of your problems because there's a greater context to everything, right? There's a greater context to everything. And sometimes we may be called to experience certain things in order to open up more of our gifts. And sometimes we took on problems in order to access a different perspective that would allow us to contribute to changing certain limitations that are a part of the bigger system. So please don't make yourself wrong for anything. And everywhere where your body enter the wrongness of you for whatever reason, let's release all that. Looking at what causes and what keeps chronic issues in place is not about blaming you, why you will keep on doing the same thing, blah, blah, blah. No, if it was that simple, there would not be hospitals, there would not be institutions, there would be no need for medical school because we would all be able to figure these things out. No, it's none of that. So, yeah, so let's release all the self-blame. And also release the need to have a rational have a rational answer, right? Because I used to fall into that trap of why this, what caused this? There must be an underlying cause. But what if there's actually an underlying gift? What if we look for the underlying gift instead of the underlying cause? And the underlying gift of all this is freeing yourself to be you, right? So where are you not allowed to be totally you, to be totally healthy, to be totally expressive, to be all that you can be? And no matter whose guilt you buy into, no matter what part of the world you're trying to heal, let's release all that because sometimes we are given gifts that look like burdens because someone feels that we are the one who can do the healing. So you never know when you are the one who's able to do the healing and transforming some limiting belief. Like how powerful is it for the person who's diagnosed with AIDS and who's able to live with it and create their own immunities to AIDS, that person, that amazing person. So that's not about punishment, blah, blah, blah. That person is being of amazing service to humanity by being able to do that. So you just never know. You just never know, right? Oh. Yeah, so everywhere where you're still buying into the need to punish yourself because you feel all these expectations that you somehow can't meet, and therefore, because you're not meeting these expectations, then you don't deserve to be here. I think a lot of us are taught that if you can't do this job, then you're fired because you're no good. If you can't fulfill this duties because you're a mother, then you're no good. If you can't be this and support your family, then you're no good. All those limiting thoughts, again, it's a way to disempower us, right? All of this disempowerment we're buying into that keeps us from being able to access the power, the life essence, the life force that would completely heal us. Let's release all that and let it be transformed by the light and clear by the light for all of eternity for everyone. Oh, clear, clear, clear. So all the different issues, all the different strands of those issues in each and every one of your lives, let's bring all those up here and put it in this space, in this hologram of us. And then we're going to transform it with love and light. And we're going to bring all the subconscious, hidden and unknown factors that are contributing to weakening your system, whatever those subconscious, hidden, unknown factors are. And we're going to release all that to the light. And transform by the light. And totally clear by the light for all eternity. And so all the hidden and subconscious reasons you like to keep your illness. And again, don't go into blame. Let's release all this to the light. And don't judge yourself because, again, it all comes down to safety. It all comes down to feeling safe. And as young children, we don't have the filters to filter out what we've been told. And if you've been told often enough that you don't deserve to be here, then you're going to completely, when that message is translated by your body is going to let you know what's going on. So we're going to ask your bodies to gently let that go now. So all the different ways the body has translated the message, I don't deserve to be here at all. I am no good. I don't deserve to be here. I should just kill myself off now. And I'm killing myself off now because I'm listening. I'm killing myself off now slowly. What a disease. What a chronic issue. I'm refusing to eat now. So I have IBS. I'm refusing to nurture and nourish myself. So now I have IBS. I have chronic fatigue. I have, and then you fill in the blank what that is for you, that your body was so listening to the messages around you because you are so psychic and intuitive about what other people need from you. So acknowledge that, right? That words are powerful and your body is always listening to messages like that. And now all the non-life enhancing messages your body uses to create the body you have now. Oh, let's release all that. Oh. And some of these non-life enhancing messages may very well come from doctors. They may very well come from science. They may very well come from medicine or dentistry. So let's release that. All the non-life enhancing messages we were programmed. However that programming happened, let's release all that to the light now. So how many lies, how many non-life enhancing messages has your body received since birth? Oh. Oh, God bless you. Oh, let's release all that to the light, transformed by the light, and cleared by the light for all of eternity for all of us. How many non-life enhancing messages are you using to create the body that you're choosing, to create the illnesses you're choosing, to create the disease you're choosing, to create a different diagnosis you're choosing? I really got it. I really all that to the light. Transform and clear by the light for all of eternity. Wow. So whose lies, whose destructive messages, whose threatening messages are you using to create your body and your life that you're choosing? I really got it. Oh my. Oh my. Oh yeah. Release to the light, transformed by the light, and cleared by the light for all of eternity. Okay. So everything that's holding in place this message that you don't deserve to be here, everything that's holding that in place, and all the subconscious pattern, all the hidden, unresolved issues that's related to. Let's release all that. All the guilt, all the shame you bought into. I release all that too. All the unresolved, unexpressed, repressed issues around the message that you don't deserve to be here. You don't deserve to be here. You don't deserve to be here. In all the ways conscious, subconscious way, you are perpetrating that onto yourself by creating disease, chronic illness, or money issues, or relationship issues. Let's release all that. Oh. Okay. And hold on here. This is getting deeper. So I'm going to work this issue from the place and space of the Akashic Records. And will you all just let me know that you are allowing me to work from the place and space of your Akashic Records to release these messages that may have been with you for lifetimes. So let me know by saying yes. And are you able to tell me yes? Okay. For all those of you who are able to tell me yes, we're going to go there now. And I'm going to set up this energy field so that you yourself will be able to connect to that parts of those Akashic records from all lifetimes to release this for you. Okay. So here we go. Dear guides and angels, please allow us to be in vibrational resonance with our Akashic records. Thank you, keepers and loved ones of the Akashic records. Thank you, Lady Akasha. Thank you for blessing us to see, receive, and perceive only that which is the highest truth. And thank you for helping, empowering each and every one of us to do, to be, to act only as love itself would do, only as love itself would be, and only the way love itself would like for us to do this. And let us get to the root, get to every record, every lifetime where we're told we don't deserve to be here. And all the unresolved issues from all lifetimes that's creating so much guilt that we feel we don't deserve to be here, and all that guilt that creates issues with family, issues with finance, issues with relationships, and issues with our bodies. So all the non-deserving, all the messages, all the lies about not deserving to be here from all lifetimes. And all the shaming and all the shame we bought into from families, right? And so for those of you no matter what your families have done in the past, right? Many of you in that place and space, for example, if you were in the part of the world where some of your ancestors may have been a part of the Holocaust, whether you were victims, perpetrators, there needs to be healing because it's the ancestors of those people who now carry on the shame, the non-deserving, not deserving to be here. So for all of us, and we all have had ancestors who were part of a group that perpetrated war on others, right? Perpetrated war on others or sacrificed lives, or past lives where we have participated in war as perpetrators or victims. We are all victims of war, so all the past lives and our families, and we're so sorry for the choices our ancestors made. And maybe your ancestors were that class of people who were so privileged, who use other people as slaves, right? So then in this life, it's very hard for you to want to keep money because it reminds you of the time when you did have money and you kept slaves and you enslaved other people with your power and money. So all that is and please free us all from the guilt, the shame of our ancestors. And everywhere where our bodies, our DNA is buying into this whole entire past. Let's release all that. And I'm going to ask all grandmothers, all grandfathers to just bless us to move forward. Bless us all to move forward. Bless us all to free ourselves from needing to do guilt and from needing to sacrifice our bodies, our health. Everywhere where our bodies are still dealing with cellular memories of lifetimes of pain and guilt, the pain, the guilt of our ancestors. And for others of us, is the pain and guilt of the future generation. We feel like we're not providing for them. We're not being who we can be for them. We are not giving them enough, being enough for them. So for some of us, it's the future generation that we are doing guilt for. For some of us, it's the past generation. Let us release all that. And in the space of the Akashic records where we transcend time, we are in touch with both the future and the past. So if you're feeling guilty for not being able to provide for your children, that's happening a lot. And if your body has bought into so much guilt, you're using that to create punishment for yourself. So everywhere where you're still punishing yourself for past deeds, whether it's past deeds that you have actually done or past deeds that your ancestors have done, let's release all that. And any one of you who's punishing yourself because you really, really feel bad for what your grandparents have done in the war or what your great-grandparents have done in the war or what your great-grandparents have done to other people, let's release that and ask that All old families and our family constellations be filled with peace. Oh. Oh. Wow. Oh. So all old collective Akashic records where there's past deeds done by old families and ancestors that we are still paying for whatever reason, because we are responsible people, right? And as responsible people, we want to do the right thing for everyone. So let's release all that and transform all that. And I'm going to ask our ancestors, our grandmas, grandpas, our great grandmas, and our great grandpas to process with love and light and allow us all to move forward and allow greater and greater flow of life energy and life essence to flow through us all so that we can live and embody peace and joy. So anyone and everyone, if you're still doing guilt as punishment for what your ancestors have done, let's release all that. And I just want to take a moment here now to acknowledge all of you, the powerful and wonderful beings you are, who are able to transform so much, not only for yourself, but for your families and for humanity as a whole, for the family of humanity. So everything we're transforming within ourselves, we're transforming also for the family of humanity. So I just want to acknowledge you all for being here right now, for the amazing work that you are already doing in your lives. And by being willing to clear all this within yourselves, within your own Akashic records, we are also doing this for the greater consciousness of humanity. Oh, yeah. Oh. And it just feels like whatever else needs to be clear, however we choose to name these things, and everything that's beyond words to name that we are now ready and able to clear. Let's do that for everyone. Oh, oh. And what else can we now clear from our collective energy field that would allow everyone to move forward, embodying total peace, joy, exuberance, health, and allow for a greater and greater flow of life enhancing energy in our bodies and in our lives. Oh, oh, oh. And again, I'm just working in the hologram of all of us and everything that's coming up that we are ready to transform. We get our release to the light and clear by the light forever, for all eternity. Oh. And I love how as we work together and as we contribute to one another in this energy field that we co-create for us and for the greater consciousness of us all, the energy just gets so vibrant and beautiful. Oh, oh. And there are so many things that sometimes some of us have been through, so many things our ancestors have been through that's just beyond human language to put into, right? So all the suffering that's beyond human language, or all the suffering our ancestors perpetrated on others that's beyond human language to describe. We're now here to just transform all that in the light. Oh. Oh. So all the suffering we're still perpetrating on ourselves through choosing bad relationships or financial struggles or chronic illness. So all the guilt you're perpetrating on yourself, let's remove all that. And remove all that from this place and space of all time, all Akashic records. Oh. Yeah, wow. Oh, good, great, wonderful. Oh, and I'm still working on the energy hologram that I created here in front of me, tapping into the energy of all of you and releasing so much from all times. Oh, oh, wow. And all the places around the world now that's seeking peace, we're going to just collectively come together and send loving light to all the places and spaces that are seeking peace in this world, and all the people in the world who are seeking peace. Oh, let us fill all those hearts with love and peace. Oh, yeah, wonderful. And now we're going to come back to our bodies. In any and all parts of our bodies that's seeking peace, let's bring that in and just breathe that energy of peace into yourself now. Oh, oh. In any aspect of your life that's seeking peace, so your finance, your relationships. Oh, Oh. Oh. All right. So let me close the Akashic record so that you all will stay in this space all day. Okay. The Akashic records are now closed. Thank you, guides and angels. Thank you, loved ones of the Akashic records. Thank you, keepers of the Akashic records. Thank you, Lady Akasha and all ascended masters. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And the Akashic records are now closed. Oh. And everything in this session and everyone in this session, plus you with love and light, and only that which is for the highest good of all can now be a part of this session and in our replays. And the Akashic records are now closed. And everyone just take deep, gentle breaths to bring yourself back to the present moment, back to your body. Yes. Yeah, so we done a lot together today, and many blessings to all of you, everybody. Thank you for joining me today, and happy summer solstice or happy winter solstice. Okay, bye-bye.